My name is Morwesi Theledi, a proud mother of two boys, a 10-year-old and a 6-year-old. My 6-year-old was born and raised behind bars. Allow me to share with you my story, a very painful story, but yet I would say a successful story. I worked for the bank. I was a supervisor. 2008, I was approached by two of my regular customers to defraud the bank. At first, I said no. The love of money. The love of money brought me closer and closer to these guys. They gave me tips, shopping vouchers. These guys used to pay off my debts. The list is endless. When these guys demanded me to transfer 2.7 million rand and 300,000 aside, I refused. The fact that I took their money, I had to pay for it. They started threatening me. They followed me. They knew everything about me. These guys once described exactly what my mother was wearing. My last threat was on the 24th of December 2009. They were outside my house looking at my child while he was playing. They gave me a call and said to me, if I don't transfer the funds immediately, they were going to kill my child. Losing my child was not an option. I went to the system, transferred 2.7 million rand and 300,000 aside. After an hour, I felt guilty. I went back to the system. I stopped the money by increasing it to 27 million rand. These guys got furious with me. They sold me to the cops, got arrested. While detained at Monday police station, one of the guys walked in dressed like a lawyer. He said to me, if I point any one of them, if I tell the court the truth, they were going to kill my child. Again, losing my child was not an option. I chose to lie. I chose not to point those guys out. By so doing, I got sentenced to 10 years. Each and every court appearance, those guys sat right behind my family. I was scared to tell the truth. I had everything a girl my age could have dreamt of. My parents took me to school, got a national diploma in journalism. I had the best position ever in the best company. But look at where I am today. I've got a criminal record. I've got the stigma. How am I going to tell my 10-year-old that I missed out on his first day of school? How am I going to tell my 6-year-old that he was born and raised behind bars? I did what I did because I had to save lives, but it doesn't justify my wrong choice. I regret everything. I regret my first shopping voucher worth of 6,000 rand. If I could have said no to that voucher, things could have been different. If I could have told the court the truth, things could have been different. One of the things that made me to be the person that I would say I am today, it's the separation with my boy. When I had to separate with my bundle of joy, it was a very, very painful experience. But it taught me that I have to move on. I have to change my life. I have to transform my life while saving time. It left me with no choice but to empower myself. While saving time, I chose a path of education. I chose a path of being a better person, or rather being a better offender. I did everything while saving time. Public speaking, debate, drama, choir, sports. I'm currently nominated Best Offender. It's the Primus Awards. It has never happened before where one will be titled Best Offender. It started with me. I'm currently having 2 awards, Best Actress and Best Public Speaker. I remember while serving time, other offenders threw stones at me. I took those stones and I laid a foundation of success. I would say I am a success story. I am the evidence that through rehabilitation, a person gets to be restored. I used each and every opportunity at my disposal to become a different offender. Remember, prison, it's a choice. When one enters prison, you are humiliated by the crime that you have committed. They give you a prison card, and that's, I would say, that has opportunities. You as a person, you must decide, or rather make a choice, that are you going to be a different offender in such a way that are you going to do good things or bad things? And I chose to do good while saving time. Prison, it's not a nice place. You get locked up at 2 o'clock in the afternoon. They get to open for you the following morning at 7:30, plus minus 16, 17 hours being locked up. I had to do an introspection. What took me so bold to lie to the court and say I knew nothing, meanwhile I knew everything. The lying started at a very young age, lying to my mother, saying I'm going to a friend's house, meanwhile I'm going to a boyfriend's house. The lying grew within me. The lying starts with small things. That is why today you find you'll end up in a situation where you think by lying, saying a small thing, then you end up being, involved in, like with me, a big case. While incarcerated, I had to reflect back to my life, what the mistakes that I've done, and that is the time that I will cherish for the rest of my life. When I say to people, I love prison, people think that I'm crazy. That's where I connected with God. That's where I discovered that when you speak to Him, look, He answers. And prison has transformed me, has changed me to become a better person. The new me is not greedy. The new me views life in a different way. That's what how a correctional center transformed me. Today, if you can ask me, who is Morwesi Theledi? When I entered prison, I never had titles rather. I was just a girl from next door, from Soweto. And today, when you ask me who is Morwesi Theledi, the old Morwesi didn't even know who she was, or if you would ask her, who are you, she wouldn't have told you who she is. But after my incarceration, believe me, I can tell you who I am and where I'm going. Who is Morwesi Theledi? Morwesi Theledi, she's a young black woman who transformed and changed her life while serving a 10-year sentence. Who is Morwesi Theledi? She's a change agent, poet, motivational speaker, actress. The list is endless. Who is she? She's a powerful woman who wants to change lives, who wants to help a girl child to make a right choice. Today, I'm only 3 months outside, and what prison has taught me is to appreciate each and every little thing that you have as a person. And what prison did to me was to not to envy the next person. It taught me to be grounded. It taught me to be, if I would say, the woman that I have become. And it has taught me patience, that if you want good things in life, you have to wait, to be patient, to have those things. And going through a journey of prison, I've realized that when you have everything in life, like your job, your house, your car, don't think that you deserve to have those things. It's it's God's grace. When I entered prison, I thought the things that I had, it was because I was clever or my ability. I never realized that it's what God wanted me to have, and I didn't appreciate those things. And what a correctional center taught me is, when you have a talent, or rather if you have a skill, you need to pass it on to the next person. The old me will never share. I will have everything to myself and kept everything to myself. But the new person knows how to share. You know, when I entered prison walls, I was just an ordinary girl. But today I walked out with titles like you. Today I'm regarded as an ambassador of DCS, the face of correctional services. If you ask me today, what is it that I would love to change in prisons or correctional center, it's education. If a correctional center would consider education as a priority, or as a requirement, if for argument's sake, when you enter prison with a matric and you are serving a 10-year sentence, at least walk out with a diploma or a certificate or a degree. I am the evidence of that. People like me wanted to study while saving time. I couldn't finish my degree while saving time because of the funds. Prison is not a very nice place to be at. My advice is, if you have a job, embrace it. Don't commit crime. Crime does not pay. I had everything a girl my age could have dreamt of, and I lost everything with a blink of an eye by just making a wrong choice. Please, always make the right choice. because crime does not pay.